My name's Simone and I'm a counselling psychologist, and I specialise in complex trauma and relationships. And one of the things that comes up in my work with clients a lot of the time is a kind of conflict between the version that is them on the inside and the version that they present front stage on the outside. And that presents a conflict because internally you might feel anxious, not good enough, defective, sad, confused. You might feel as though the world is against you, that you don't have what it takes to succeed. You might feel worried about what happens if you're seen. But on the outside, if you present a kind of version of you front stage that is radically different, if the distance between inside you and outside you is quite great, that will cause such a level of loneliness for you, and it will cause you to feel so isolated from others because you remain unknown. That is exactly what we talk about in therapy when I say, let's work on you being more vulnerable. Because the parts of you that you hide, maybe even from yourself, you have to imagine that they are a little bit like a part of you, a small part of you. I often use a metaphor of being in the coal shed. That part of you gets put in the coal shed, in the dark, in the quiet, and every time that part of you, the emotional hallmark of that part of you gets to be felt, maybe as a feeling in your body of discomfort, or maybe a thought that you have, which could be punitive or self-hating. You go back in the coal shed and you shut the door and nobody knows it. Perhaps you don't even know it. And that part of you is annexed off, exiled, if you like, disavowed, if you want to use psychoanalytic speak. And then what happens is we become quite fragmented. We become fragmented internally, and we become fragmented from our social lives. And the longer this goes on for, the harder it becomes to show up differently, because the longer you leave it, the more despair, the more tension, the more you convince yourself that that part of you will be rejected. And it takes time to work through that. It really does take a little bit of self-analysis, a little bit of curiosity in the self, a little bit of self-acceptance. And that's what we do in session. It's something that comes up really frequently, and it can come up for lots of different reasons, and not all of them are your mum. Mums get a bad rap. So yeah, hope that helps. Bye.